Hello there. Welcome to my views and news. Is Ethiopian PM Abiy backtracking? What did he say about access to the sea, access to ports a few days ago? And what did he say today, a few minutes ago, when he delivered a speech in Addis Ababa, Ethiopian capital? I have this video for you, not from Pakistan. I'm traveling. People say, Sajid, you're a journalist. Just cover news sitting at home. So I have decided to travel now. I'll cover Ethiopia while traveling several countries. This is first video while I am not in Pakistan. Two topics in this video. Firstly, PM Abiy's speech, and secondly, Jula also spoke. Berhanu Jula, Ethiopian military chief, also delivered a speech there. He talked about Emperor Minilik. What did he say? Details for you in this video. Let's start with the talk by Ethiopian PM Abiy. What did PM Abiy say a few days ago? Around 10 days ago, he said that Ethiopia has natural rights to gain access to the sea, and Ethiopia will fight for this right today or tomorrow. This generation, next generations, they will gain access to the sea because that is what Ethiopia deserves to have. That is what he said. But it seems that he changed his position today. Take a listen to what he said today. Then we'll try to analyze what he said in today's speech. Today, we know that a big military show is being organized in Addis Ababa, Ethiopian capital, where military hardware is being paraded. Generals, all top officers are there. Foreign diplomats are there too. Foreign military commanders have also been invited. So it's a big military show today. What did PM Abiy say? By the way, we know that yesterday it was Egypt which put up a big military show. I did a video on that on my other YouTube channel, Conflict News 2042. It was Egypt yesterday displaying its military hardware, and today it was Ethiopia. Is it Egypt versus Ethiopia? Or PM Abiy's message is not for Egypt but for some other countries? Watch a few clips from the military show today. Then we'll analyze what PM Abiy said. Is it backtracking or not?
በአንዳንድ ጉዳዮች ውይይት ያስፈልገናል የሚል ጥያቄ ስታነሳ ወረራ ሊካሄድ ይችላል የሚል ስጋት እንዳለ ይደመጣል። ለመላው ኢትዮጵያ ሕዝብና ለሀገር መከላከያ ሰራዊት በዚሁ በተከበረ ቀን መግለጽ የምፈልገው ኢትዮጵያ በኃይልና በወረራ ማሳካት የምትፈልገው አንዳች ነገር የለም። ለጋራ ጥቅም፣ ለጋራ እድገት፣ ለጋራ ብልጽግና ሁሉም አሸናፊ በሚያደርጉ ጉዳዮች ከወንድሞቻችን ጋር ተወያይተን የጋራ ጥቅም የምናስከብር እንጂ በኃይል ፍላጎቶቻችን ለማሳካት ወንድሞቻችን ላይ ቃታ የምንሰነዝር እንዳልሆን በአጽንኦት ላረጋግጥላችሁ እወዳለሁ። ውድ ኢትዮጵያውያን ሀገርን መጥላት፣ ተቋምን ማፍረስ በብዙ የአፍሪካ ሀገራት እንዳየነው በእኛም ሀገራት ብዙ ያልተሳኩ ሙከራዎች የታዩ ሲሆን ትምህርት ልንወስድ ይገባል። ኢትዮጵያን ማፍረስ፣ የኢትዮጵያን ተቋም ማፍረስ፣ የኢትዮጵያን አብሮነትና ወንድማማችነትን ማፍረስ ለኢትዮጵያውያን ብቻ ሳይሆን ሌሎችም ቢሆን ያልተገባ ተግባር ነውና ትምህርት ልንወስድበት ይገባል። ኢትዮጵያ ትልቅ ሀገር ናት። ታሪክ ጠገብ ሀገር ናት። መከላከያ ብቻ እንኳን 116 ዓመት የሚለውን ስንት ሀገር በዚህ ደረጃ ሊጠራ እንደሚችል እርግጠኛ አይደለሁም። ይህን የተከበረ ሀገር እና ተቋም ማጽናት፣ መጠበቅ፣ ልዩነት ካለን በንግግር በውይይት በድርድር መፍታት መለመድ ይኖርበታል። ወንድሙን እየገደለ መቀጠል የለበትም። እኛ
Well, if you compare his statement of a week ago and today's statement, obviously he has changed his stance. What did he say today? He said that my remarks were misunderstood. Ethiopia will not invade any country. Ethiopia never invaded any country. Ethiopia will not use force. He repeated that thrice. And secondly, said that mutually beneficial solutions will be found, agreement will be reached. That is what he meant to say when he spoke about access to the Red Sea. So he is ruling out the possibility of use of force to gain access to the Red Sea today. Uh, did he change his position? Yes, obviously. His last talk was purely a rhetoric which hinted at military action, but today he ruled out a military offensive. He's changing his position. We cannot deny that. Secondly, can we say that it is because of massive pressure from Eritrean government or other governments that he is changing his position? Because we saw that after PM Abiy spoke, neighboring countries responded. Eritrea issued a statement, Djibouti, Somalia, all opposed PM Abiy's remarks. So he was isolated, I would say. He was alone. Djibouti, which is not an Eritrean ally, also criticized Ethiopian government. I think felt isolated. He is trying to recover. Firstly, secondly, we must not forget that what he said was said at a military show while he is asking for a mutually beneficial agreement, an understanding which is acceptable for everyone. At the same time, he is hosting a big military show, tanks, artillery pieces, MLRS, rockets, missiles, all on display. What is the purpose of sharing such message if you are sharing this message with tanks, artillery pieces, and your military capabilities in the background? You cannot trust these some of these remarks by Ethiopian PM Abiy. I think when PM Abiy spoke, he did not uh, order any military mobilization more than a week ago. We did not see any on the ground movement of Ethiopian military. But Eritrea took PM Abiy's remarks very seriously, and we saw mobilization of Eritrean military on several fronts. So maybe that is why PM Abiy decided to tone down the rhetoric. So he now wants talks. But question is, what if the neighboring countries are not ready to talk, which is the case? Ethiopia, Eritrea, Somalia, Djibouti. None of these countries is ready to talk about territorial integrity and sovereignty, about total rights on a port of by Ethiopia. It means Ethiopia will have to make these countries agree to some sort of solution. Talks should be held, or Ethiopia will have to use some other options. Other options means pressure, regional pressure, national pressure, international pressure, and maybe military option too. But it's a good development that Ethiopian PM has ruled out the possibility of a military offensive on a neighboring country to gain access to the port. Military offensive is not a solution. We have been saying that it's a good development, but does he mean what he said? Question is that can we trust his words? Secondly, the Birhanu Jula, military chief, also spoke there. He mentioned Emperor Minilik. He said that the day Emperor Minilik formed Ministry of War is being celebrated as National Defense Day. He paid tribute to Emperor Minilik. We must not forget that Oromos call Emperor Minilik a genocide. They say that the Minilik committed genocide of Oromo people. So, and Jula is accused of working for Oromoma, that is pro Oromo, is hand in glove with those who are working for Oromoma. So, how will these remarks be received in the Oromia region of Ethiopia? Remarks of Jula will see in coming days. So far, Abiy is trying to do the damage control. I think what he said led to diplomatic damage for Ethiopia. He's trying to recover, but he's trying to recover in the shadow of a big military show. I don't think that Eritrea will trust PM Abiy's remarks. Why? Because he's saying all this, calling for mutually beneficial agreement while flaunting his military might, while flexing military muscles. Eritrea also flexing military muscle. We know that military drills are being conducted in Eritrea. Eritrea mobilizing its forces towards Ethiopian border. But I conclude that PM Abiy's talk was not about Egypt. It was about neighboring countries. Yeah, Abiy will have to talk to either Djibouti, Somalia, Eritrea. Question is, with which country will Ethiopia talk? Will it talk to Eritrea or Djibouti or Somalia? We don't know. We don't know what is the policy of the government, or was his talk just directed at Eritrea? Let's see how the regional neighbors respond to the statement of PM Abiy. I think his statement should be welcomed if he means what he said. Thanks for watching.